Are aero gravel bikes actually worth it in 2026? Or is it just the weight versus aero war reinvented? Anyway, now more than ever, the trends of aero seem to be making their way over to gravel. New modern racing frames like Canyon, Factor, and Felt now feature aerodynamic tube shapes while maintaining clearance. As a gravel cyclist with a Canyon grizzle, should I be worried and do I need to upgrade? In today's video, I want to go over how the aero trend in gravel might not be exactly what you think it is. We can all agree, gravel bikes now definitely do not look like how they once used to. And we can thank carbon fiber for completely changing how bikes are designed, allowing for larger and more aerodynamic shapes without the penalty of more material weight. This has naturally led to thicker frames in order to trick the wind for more aerodynamic advantage. But is this aerodynamic advantage actually worth it, is the real question. So I want to compare the 2024 Canyon Grail to the 2026 unreleased Canyon Aero Grail. The 2024 Canyon Grail weighs 1,033 grams, while the 2026 Canyon Grail is said to be 43 grams lighter. The 2024 Canyon Grail claims an aero gain of 9.1 watts, but get this, at 28 miles per hour. While we can only assume that the 2026 Canyon Grail will give even more aerodynamic benefit. I don't know about you, but me personally, I average about 20 miles per hour on gravel. I never hit 28 unless it's a massive downhill. Yes, you still get aerodynamic benefits going at slower speeds. However, it's not as simple as getting on your bike and magically going 9 watts faster. Because the fine print is you have to be going 28 miles per hour. Which I believe is a lot easier to do in a road race than a gravel race. In this year's Paris-Roubaix, Tadej Pogačar achieved an average speed of 30.1 miles per hour, which is just an incredible speed that justifies the use of an aero bike. Now I'm going to compare that average speed to my last gravel race, which was an average speed of 20.8 miles per hour. Not enough, in my opinion, to justify the use of an aero bike. Not only in gravel are you using wider tires, you're going at slower speeds, hence you're getting less aerodynamic benefit. If I run into a rare downhill and happen to go at speeds more than 28 miles per hour, I am more than likely hitting a big aero tuck to make up the gains myself. I also want to talk about how the move towards aero stiffness has taken away from the comfort of bikes. While the marketing for aero bikes often focuses on high-speed efficiency, the move towards aero stiffness often comes at the cost of comfortability. With a more aggressive aero position, this often hits harder in the final hours of a race. So, with all these new aero bikes coming out, I find it a little intimidating, and the thought of having an upgrade has definitely been in my head, but I have made the decision that it just makes no sense. While I believe technically these aero frames are faster in tricking the wind, I don't think it's necessarily worth a huge upgrade. It's so easy to look at all these new aero gravel bikes that the pros are using and think, I need one of those, but unless you're going at pro speeds, you're not necessarily gaining a lot. So going back to the title of this video, are aero gravel bikes worth it? And in my opinion, not really. I believe that there are more practical ways to be aero on a bike without touching the frame. For example, aero clothing, an aero helmet, professional bike fit, and tucking your elbows on descents are all ways I can think off the top of my head to make up speed easily. So at the end of the day, I don't think there's any need to get caught up in the hype of aero gravel frames. You're not missing much unless you're going 28 miles per hour, which I would argue is a pretty unrealistic speed, especially in a gravel race. And I can't emphasize this enough, in a long race, comfortability matters. And with stiff aero frames, you will feel it. I'm not knocking anybody who has an aero gravel bike frame. I'm just saying, for me, I don't want to upgrade. I don't think anything is wrong with my bike frame. That is my take of aero bike frames, and are they worth it? And I guess it is just the weight versus aero conversation reimagined in gravel. And I want to know y'all's opinion in the comment section about aero gravel bike frames. Are they worth it or not really? Anyway, if you liked the video, please like the video and please subscribe, and see you in the next one.